Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to
You Didn't Know?
with Tony Reavis.
What up, everybody? If you don't know, I am Tony Reavis, and welcome back to episode 10. Oh, you didn't know? With Tony Reavis. Episode 10, guys. Episode 10. Did you hear me? Episode 10. 10 whole weeks we've been at it. This is awesome. I never thought I'd be here 2.5 months in. Doesn't seem like that long of a time, but 10 episodes once a week. That's fantastic. I'm very proud of this. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you've been rocking with me since episode 1, I love you. If you're a new listener, I love you. I got love for everybody. But thank you guys for tuning in so much. I'm so happy to be here. We have an awesome episode. It's going to be a little long one. Had a nice conversation with my homie Brent White. He dogged me last week. He's supposed to be on the podcast and missed out, but he's on this week, and we're just chopping it up. It's just two friends. We're homies. You know, we've been friends for a while. We talk a little bit about what, you know, he's got going on for sure. He's in an awesome new play right now in the LA area. So if you're in the LA area, you need to listen and check that out. Night of the Living Dead in North Hollywood, Archway Theater. So, you know, the information for that in the description. He'll talk about it. He talks about growing up in OKC, which I hate. Go Sonics, always. We talk about our beef a little bit. And yeah, it's a good time. And we just talk about working together and being friends. It was a good time hanging with my buddy, Brent. I love you. It was good to see you. So, but yeah, guys, episode 10. I'm here recording. This is awesome. This is something I've always wanted to do. I've been thinking a lot about success and like what that means to me. You know, I have an awesome job. I work at my old theater school and I work in the call center. So what I do is I talk to students who are about to audition for the school or are interested, and I get to share my experience with them. And when I get to talk to a student who's super passionate about performing and I can really relate to them, it really makes my day. So I've been thinking about that a lot. I have some awesome stuff about to happen, some projects that I'm working on that I'm super excited to tell you about. And just thinking about success and all this stuff, it's gotten me excited. The season finale of Brother Husbands came out today. Thank you to everybody who's been showing us love, been watching the episodes. I've had people hit me up and say, "Hey man, I love the show. I've been sharing it with my friends." It blows me away. It's so great to get the feedback. We worked so hard on it. You know, Madi busted her butt to make this happen. You know, huge shout out to you, Madi, for you know, the great work you did on this. The whole cast, so much fun to do the show with you guys, and the whole first season's out now. So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't. Brother Husbands on YouTube. You know, check it out on my social media and all that stuff. You'll find the links. But yeah, all 5 episodes finally out, first season. So let us know if you guys want more Brother Husbands. You know, it's up to you guys. The response has been great. People have been loving it. But if you guys want more, you know, we need to see the love. We need those views. We need you guys to share it, share the episodes, the first season, you know, and if you want more Brother Husbands, we want to give you more Brother Husbands. So I just want to take some time to talk about that. That's awesome. Like I said, I got some new projects that I'm working on. I'm starting to dip my toes back in the music waters again, starting to think about starting some more music projects. For those of you who don't know, I have an EP available now. It's been out for about over a year now, called So Grown, the So Grown EP. 6 songs, nothing crazy, just some comedy stuff. But I'm thinking about doing some real stuff. I've been thinking a lot about success, like I said, and talking to these kids who are so motivated. It's really inspiring to me. And you know, they say, you know, get to tell my story. Like, they get inspired by things I have to say, which is crazy to be in that position. And honestly, all I'm just telling them is what I tell everybody, which is what I tell you guys every week, that like, if you have a dream, you need to go for it. And that's why I ask that question to my guests every week. I ask them, you know, what advice do you have for those dreamers out there? And pretty much the answer is the same. It's just do it. Whatever you want, go for it. And that's all I tell these kids when I'm on the phone with them. But hearing their passion inspires me. And I'm excited to possibly start this new music project, and it's really going to have a positive message, and it's going to be some good, fun stuff. Like, I'm trying to make some bangers, some anthems, and it'll be good. So I'm just starting to work on that. So don't get too excited. Just starting to kind of mess around with some stuff. But stay tuned for that. And I have another crazy project that I cannot wait to announce. So stay tuned for that. I kind of talked about it last week that I'm starting something new. The wheels are starting to roll even more. So I'm really excited about that. I think you guys will love it. If you guys love the stuff that I've been doing lately, it's that on steroids. So you'll love it. So stay tuned for that as well. But that's like the plugs. I got the plugs out of the way. I kind of wanted just to talk because I'm hot. It's so hot, guys. It is the end of August. It's August. Sorry, it's the end of October. But the reason I said that is because it feels like August. I can't even think straight. It's so hot. It's been 100 plus degrees for 4 days straight in Los Angeles. You realize this is the final week of October. There's pumpkin spice everything. There's bags of candy available at the grocery store for your trick-or-treaters because it's Halloween and it's 105 degrees. I can't sleep. It's crazy. Why? Why is this happening? I didn't move here for this, okay? I moved here because I want to be on TV. I want to be in film. I have these dreams that I want to chase. If I knew I was going to be boiling in October at 3 a.m., I might have moved to Alaska. It's crazy, y'all. And the World Series is going on. Houston playing in Los Angeles, and they got to play in 100-degree heat in October. That's crazy. Sometimes you see World Series in New York or whatever, and it's snowing, and that's crazy. Now it's the opposite. It's 100 degrees. It's mind-blowing. I can't even... Oh, God. It is the worst. It is the absolute worst. It's just... I can't even think straight, guys. It's crazy. I don't have AC. I have an AC unit in my front window in my apartment, but, like, it doesn't reach my bedroom. And I can't have that running all the time, so I just have a little fan blowing hot air on me. It just sucks. Really sucks. I don't like it. So hopefully if you guys are in the LA area, you're staying cool. Man, it's just brutal. So brutal. What else? I feel like I had something else that I wanted to talk about. I want to keep it short because I got a long talk with Brent. I got a long talk with my mom. Well, not really a long talk with my mom, but she's finally telling her Wiccan story. It's pretty spooky. I think it's spooky, but, you know, my mom's cool and she just accepts people, and she accepted the Wiccan for who she was. So it's not even that crazy of a story, but I try to play it up. I'm like, you know, I'm thinking of a witch with a pointy hat and a robe with stirring a cauldron with her spells and stuff, but that's not what it is. But yeah, she tells her Wiccan story, which is cool. So, but what else was I going to talk about? There was something else on my mind that I wanted to get into, and I can't even get into it now because I don't remember. Great. It's too hot, guys. I'm seriously sweating in my house in October at 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. right now, guys, and it's probably 90 degrees in my apartment. What the heck? That's nuts. DDP yoga. I got to give you an update. Fortunately, man, there's a reason I probably forgot about it because I haven't been on it, guys. I'm slacking. I'm bad. You guys need to tweet me, Instagram, iamTonyReavis, whatever, tweet or Instagram, and say, hey, get back on it. Luckily, I haven't gained any weight or anything. I'm still staying at I've lost 20 pounds from when I started, but unfortunately these last 2 weeks, I haven't been working out. I've been so busy. I got these new projects coming. I haven't been working out. So it's a bummer because I'm like, man, I could have lost another 20 pounds by now. Maybe not. That's probably a little far-fetched, but I could have lost maybe another 10 pounds. But I haven't gained anything back, which is okay. So I'm still doing better. I'm still walking a lot and it's hot. So I'm sweating when I'm walking and I'm losing, calories doing that. But yeah, that's crazy. Oh, okay. And then something else is cool. This is not even that cool. I don't know why I'm even talking about it. I don't have a rant. My rant is that it's hot, but it's even so hot that I can't even have like a funny rant because it's just too hot. It takes too much energy. But I'm getting back into vinyls, guys. Yeah. I just bought a record player. I don't have it yet. I bought it online, so it's coming, and I'm excited. But I did go to Amoeba Records, and I went and bought my first vinyl. I have a bunch of vinyls back home, but I wanted to listen to vinyls again. It's such a pure art form. I love listening to music on vinyl. It sounds great. I love it. And I went and bought Logic's second album, The Incredible True Story. I talked about Logic last week, saying at work, I just listened to Logic over and over. And the last whole week, same thing. I've just been listening to Logic so much. I'm really down with his message. peace, love, and positivity. It's having a great influence on my life. Lately, I've been feeling a little anxious. My anxiety's starting to kind of creep up a little bit. And that's okay. I know it's tough. And he's a huge advocate for it because he has anxiety too. And I can really relate to him. That's why I really dig him. His music's awesome, but also he has a great positive message and I can relate to that stuff. So I bought his album, so I can't wait. It's one of my favorite albums from 2015, but I can't wait to listen to it on vinyl because it's just like pure and like I love the sound and it's great. But yeah, my anxiety, guys, my anxiety's been kind of going through the roof, and it's because I got a lot on my mind, a lot on my plate that I'm working on, and I'm kind of looking towards the future a little more than I usually do. I'm trying to focus on right now. I got to work and do things now. And the future is going to be the future. Just keep working hard. But you know that feeling where, you set your alarm and it doesn't go off or you don't hear it and you wake up like 2 minutes before you're supposed to leave the house and you're like, oh no, I got to get ready fast, wear my shoes, I got to do this, I got to do my hair, blah, blah. And you're like that frantic feeling of like, oh no, that you're late and you woke up late. That's like what my anxiety feels like. Like I just live with that whenever it flares up. So like the last few days I've just had that constantly. Which is okay. I feel good. I'm still positive. I'm still clear-minded. I'm still okay. And if that's the worst that I'm feeling, that's great. And I'm actually feeling great. Now, like I said, I've just been listening to music, listening to Logic. He's really speaking to me right now, calming me down. And I'm thinking about the cool things I got going on. I'm thinking about doing these podcasts and stuff where it's just fun. I just get to talk. I'm just talking, to you guys, and whether you guys is one person or two people or 100 people, I appreciate you guys listening, and I get to just speak my truth. I don't have to hide anything from you guys. I had a bad week at DDP yoga. That's 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully I'll turn around for next week. I know that maybe that's part of the reason why my anxiety's starting to flare up because I haven't been working out. But I'm feeling overwhelmingly positive lately. And with these next projects that I got going on, there's a lot of stuff I want to do, the music thing and this other thing that I can't really talk about yet. But with that, when I can talk about it and when we see what it is, I'm just super excited for it. And it's kind of that classic case of when I say, like, if you want something, just do it. I mean, this thing, don't get me wrong. The project I'm doing, it's nothing like huge. Like I'm not in a Spielberg movie or anything like that. It's still, it's cool for me. Like I'm super excited about it. It's a big deal to me. It might not be a big deal to you or anything like that, but I'm very excited for the project and the new thing that I'm going to be doing. And with that, it's like, it's a super awesome thing that I'm doing, and it's one of my goals to do, and I'll get more into it when I can actually talk about it, but it just goes to say that, like, just work hard and do what you love, and don't worry about anything else. Don't do anything for the money. Don't do anything for fame or glory or whatever. Do something because you love it, and work hard because you enjoy it. Because if you just work hard to try to get to a destination and not enjoying the journey to that destination, you're doing it wrong. The people that have success who grind to get to a place enjoy that grind. That's why they're successful. And I'm enjoying this grind. And I've been working on videos, and there might be 20 views if I'm lucky. I have my buddy Jess on for a view, and I get more views because he's got, a fan base, and that's awesome. But I put a video just me, and I might just get 10 views if I'm lucky. And it's like, it can be a bummer, but I'm having fun doing what I do. I love doing it. And that should be, a lesson, because the project that I'm working on stems from these videos that I've done and this work that I've done, even when I thought nobody was watching. But something came out of it, which is awesome. And I'm so grateful for. And just let that be a lesson that, like, just do what you love and do it. Don't talk about it. Don't think about it. Do it. Just do it. And when I sound like Shia LaBeouf, just do it. No, but seriously, like, just do it. And you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's watching. You never know who's listening, and it shouldn't be about, I want 1 million people listening. Like, that's cool to have that goal. Like, I have goals where I want like this many subscribers. I want this many views on my videos, but I want it like organically. And that's not the end point for me of my happiness. If that happens, fantastic. If it doesn't happen, I'm still happy doing what I'm doing. And I love what I do. And that's where I'm so blessed and grateful to be in a position to do that. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people who don't. They wake up every day doing something they don't like just so they can get by and survive to the next day. So they have, a roof over their head and food on their table, which is fine. You got to scratch and claw and get yours. I understand that. But if if you're just working towards another day to do what you hate again and not working to get to a place to do what you love, you're wasting your time. You need to do what you love. You need to worry about your happiness. And find what you love and do it. That's all that matters. Don't do it because of money. Don't do it because of anything else. Do it because you love to do it. And who knows what can happen. Anyways, that's my preachy spiel. I'm so sorry that I got so preachy there, but I'm just really passionate about this and getting to talk to these kids who are chasing their dreams and going to audition for a theater school and do all this stuff. They have big dreams of being recording artists or on Broadway or movies, and they're 17, they're 16, they're 18 years old, and they have these big dreams, and that's awesome. It's so cool, and I think everyone should follow their dreams, and it's cool to be able to share my experience with them and kind of help them see that, like, oh yeah, I can chase this dream. That's cool. And it's also great to share my experience with you guys. So I know I've been rambling this episode. It's crazy. It's late. I'm hot. I'm tired. I'm a little anxious. So I'm just going to wrap it up. I have an awesome conversation with my man, Brent. He's fantastic. He's in this play. He'll talk about it. You need to go see him and support him. I love him to death. One of my best friends. So make sure you guys go check that out. Make sure you guys follow me up on Instagram and Twitter. Always do that. I am Tony Reavis on the Twitter and on the Instagram. You know what it is. Hit me up. Let me know what's going on. Tell me your story. Let's chat. Send me a tweet. And let's connect. I want to know what you guys are doing. Thank you guys for watching and to the videos and listening to the podcast and everything like that. I really appreciate it. I love it when someone messages me like, hey, I'm listening to your podcast. That's so cool because, I do it because I want to share with you guys, but, I'm not expecting people to listen. So when anybody is listening, it warms my heart. So I honestly, thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys go to my YouTube channel where you can find this podcast. If you're listening to it on iTunes or SoundCloud, that's great. But head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe there because I have, gaming videos. I know that's not for everybody, but, if you're into it, they're funny. I'm crazy. And when I have Jess on, we're crazy and we're playing a spooky game for Halloween and it's been a lot of fun. So just check that stuff out and see if you're into it. If you are, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps, and I appreciate the support. Brother Husbands, check it out. The full first season's out now, so definitely check that out. Had a blast making it, and I'm very proud of what we created, so check that out as well. And yeah, check out Brent. We're going to talk here in a second. You'll get to hear him and hear my mom talk about the Wiccan story. I hyped it up a little too much, but it is fun to talk to her about it. But yeah, stay tuned for all that good stuff, and just know I love you guys, and I'll be right back with B Wheezy Sauce on the podcast. Be right back. Psst. Hey. Yeah, you. Let me ask you something. You like to laugh? Yeah? Of course you do. So why not subscribe to my YouTube channel for awesome videos where I play video games? I scream, I yell, it's a riot. So check it out over on youtube.com/iamTonyReavis and laugh at my video game pain. It's also a great place to catch this weekly podcast. So don't miss any of the action. Head on over and subscribe today. Okay, bye. All right, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Chilling with my homie Brent White in the house.
What up, dude?
What up, man? Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, man.
I was debating whether I was going to even let you on or not because we got beef, but...
Nah, dude.
No, and you were supposed to come on last week, and then you didn't.
Yeah, some things came up, Yeah, some things came up.
All right. Well,
unfortunately.
You're here now.
I'm here.
Happy to have you here, finally.
Thank you.
On the 10th episode of the podcast. Big milestone episode. Had to get the homie in.
Hey.
Hey.
10th episode, everybody.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and just tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you do, why you're here. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, world? My name's Brent White. And I'm an actor, photographer, Wine connoisseur, if you will. Nah, I'm honestly, dude. I'm just I kick it, man. I kick it. I love art in all forms, and I just love meeting people, talking to people. You know, and honestly, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
Of course, man. You're one of my longest friends where I got right now. We met in college, like first semester, and we used to live together.
Yeah.
Fun fact, dude. We produced the track together that is the theme song for this podcast.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
we did.
It started with
We did.
Sauce was in the lab. B White, we call him Sauce.
Sauce Ladon.
He was in the lab in our room, and he was cooking something up, and we went and took it to our friend Mark. Shout out to Mark.
Yeah.
Hollywood Audio Lab. Check him out. We went and saw him, and we were kind of working on it together, and we thought of there's this old game that I used to play, this old baseball game, Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball.
Very rare.
Yeah, and it had this audio vocal loop on it. That's the vocal loop you hear in the theme song. It's like da 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 da. Yeah, so that's from that video game, and it was in the same key as Sauce's track, and we just put it together, and we were gonna do some other stuff with it, and just like think life comes up, and we kind of put that stuff to the side for now. But I found a good use for it. It's on the podcast, so Brent, like you're on the podcast every week in spirit.
Yeah, hey, that's dope. And I totally forgot about that, and I realized that I made that beat on my iPad.
Yeah.
So, kids out there, just because you don't have the best equipment doesn't mean that you can't make some fire ass beats.
That's right.
Wait, sorry for the cursing.
It's okay.
Sorry, kid, don't curse.
But yeah, so the first episode I just used Dope Ass Day because I was like, all right, that's kind of like my brand. But I was like, no, I want something original, and I was like looking ththrough my stuff that I've done of like unused beats that I've made and stuff. And then I was like, wait, is this what I play? I was like, oh yeah, this one's dope. And the one that you made. So yeah,
shout out to Ken Griffey Jr. too.
Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. He's the GOAT right there.
He's the GOAT.
Right on, man. Well, let's take him back.
Way back.
So you're from Oklahoma City, which we're gonna get into our beef in a little bit. We'll get there. But talk about growing up. You were born and raised in Oklahoma City?
Born and raised in Oklahoma City. And nowadays, Oklahoma City, because it's starting to become like mainstream, it's starting to become like, a name nowadays, kind of like, Los Angeles. But I was actually born in OKC. So sometimes nowadays people would think Oklahoma City, they'll say they were from Oklahoma City, but they're actually from Tulsa or Stillwater or Norman or Moore or something like that. But I was actually born in Oklahoma City, which is pretty cool. I live like 15, 20 minutes away from where the Thunder play.
Boo. We'll get there.
Growing up, we didn't have much. We didn't have an NBA team. We had the Hornets for a little bit for a few seasons, but shout out to Chris Paul. But honestly, growing up there, you just had to find ways to stay busy. Whether it be going to thrift stores and wasting time there trying to find some cool stuff, or who knows, riding bikes.
Yeah, I mean,
stuff like that.
I feel like I've only been to Tulsa, and I've been to Tulsa twice for baseball tournaments, and there's just like nothing. I went when I was 10, and then I went again when I was 17, and I did the same things both trips because there was nothing to do. So I went to like Celebration Station is what it was called. I just did that.
Go-karts. 20 miles an hour.
Yes.
Not even that.
7 years apart. That was the only all right, I guess we're gonna go here. That's all I could do both times I went. So what was it? What'd you do growing up? Like, how'd you stay busy? You're an actor and you're a performer. Were you always into that? Did you play sports?
My mom
What'd you do?
put me in a theater like super early. Like, I think the earliest memory was like age 6. My mom put me in this performing arts camp, and the play was Pinocchio. At that time, it was just like I was just goofing around and just like having fun and like running around the stage, just trying to stay in place. But now obviously my love for it has grown. But yeah, man, like growing up, all I had was like sports, performing arts, and like music. Really, that was all I really had. So those are obviously 3 things that I've grown to love now and really cherish. So
right on. So you started early. when was it? When did it become like a serious thing where it's like, oh, this is what I want to pursue? Like I'm gonna like for a career.
Pursue probably around high school, like maybe junior year of high school is when I decided that this is something that I would probably want to do for the rest of my life. You know, at that age, you're still not very sure, but
Right.
definitely like, you know, I was always doing some type of like performing, whether it be short skits, you know, for like the talent show, or you know, actually I did a scene from Who's on First. You remember that? The Abbott and Costello? Yeah. That was like, man, people loved that shit. And it wasn't anything new, like it's a classic sketch, but you know, doing that at my high school talent show is what I realized, yo, this might be something I want to do for the rest of my life.
That's
know?
funny.
So, I mean, that's a classic, you know?
Yeah.
Like, everybody, like, if you're an
so
actor and you don't know that, then
Yeah.
what are you doing?
And if you're just a person, like you, everyone knows that.
Exactly.
Who's on first, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Right on.
So, yeah.
Okay, so let's just get this out of the way now, since we're talking Oklahoma City. And my beef. You talked about you're 20 minutes away from where the Thunder play. You never had an NBA team growing up or whatever. You still shouldn't have one. Well, no, you guys should have one, but it shouldn't be my team that y'all stole.
Hey,
okay?
It wasn't stealing.
No, it was.
It was
y'all stole it. Clay Bennett, you're a chump. Howard Schultz, you're a chump. Starbucks sucks. Clay Bennett, you suck. And, you know what, to your credit, Brent, I talked about this last week on my podcast when I said, you know, start talking about you and that I was going to have you on. Was I talked about when I showed you the documentary about what happened. Sonic Skate, yeah. And you didn't really know about it.
No.
And I've been talking about it for years. I was like, all right, we're just going to sit and watch it. And you watched it, and to your credit, you were like, okay, wow, like, I feel a little dirty about it.
Yeah, that's some slimy shit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how accurate the documentary is.
Oh, it's 100%.
But okay, well, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Like, this super messed up.
Yeah, so at least I credit you with that, of kind of being like, of course you're still going to be down with your team. That's your city. You know, you put on for your city, as I do right now. I'm wearing a Mariners shirt right now. But, you know, at least I'll give you that. At least you were like, okay, that does suck. So
yeah, it's because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know that went down.
Yeah, man.
In that deal, that's like really slimy. Like,
yeah,
it's really dirty. So, but let's be real. Like, did the Sonics have a future in Seattle?
Yes. What are you talking about? It's a huge market. Seattle's one of the biggest markets in this compared to Oklahoma City. Give me a break.
No, okay. Listen, I want. Listen, world for all of you who don't know, Oklahoma City is actually. This may be wrong now, but as of the last time I looked, Oklahoma City is the top 10 largest cities in the U.S. as far as land mass.
Yeah, but land mass doesn't matter.
It's kind of significant.
We're talking per capita. We're talking population.
Okay.
Seattle's one of the biggest in the country. Okay. And it's got one of the top, even to this day, without a team, still has one of the top 15 NBA markets. Out of 30 teams, Oklahoma City's 28.
Then okay, so what I'm trying to figure out is why weren't they selling tickets?
They were. That's the thing. People were still going to the games. They're still Sonics faithful. The thing is, Howard Schultz, CEO of Starbucks, he was selling the team for whatever reason. The arena was bad. That's a bad thing. If we could have gotten an arena deal, that would have helped us too. But Clay Bennett bought the team, telling us, I'm going to try to help you guys get a new arena and keep them in Seattle. But that was a lie from Jump Street. He was emailing his homies I'm doing everything I can to get it. And when we figured that out and tried to stop it, Steve Ballmer stepped up, who owns the Clippers now, because he's always wanted to own a team, said, I'll buy the Sonics. And they didn't let it go through. Clay Bennett moved him. So anyways, watch Sonics Gate. If you, I talk about it all the time, and I'm not just moaning. It's a real tragedy. Go watch Sonic Skate. It's on YouTube for free. It's an hour-long documentary. You see how this happened. And anyways, it doesn't matter. Thunder, they're cursed until Seattle gets a team again. You're not going to win a ring until Seattle gets a team.
I don't know.
So
no.
No, you're not.
I don't know.
You're not gonna.
I don't know. As much as you would love for that to happen, we have a pretty solid chance this year.
You're not beating the Warriors.
We don't know.
How'd it feel watching KD get that ring last year? How'd that feel?
Well,
That made me so happy. You know why? Because he's OG Seattle, drafted by the Supersonics, Rookie of the Year in Seattle. He tweets, I low-key miss Kierina. He doesn't say that about Oklahoma City. You know he's salty about OKC.
But you know why, or the main reason why he was able to win a ring is because Base God released the curse.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And then it's like his last month or whatever when he gets caught with those fake Twitter accounts and he's like, yeah, he didn't want to be in Oklahoma City. I was like, yeah, that's right. He wouldn't say that if it was in Seattle, bro. He still has love for Seattle. He comes back to Seattle in the summers.
That's fair.
Y'all did him salty. Y'all made him real salty.
It's all right.
Anyways,
he got a ring.
He got his ring. That made me happy. Like I couldn't root for him in Oklahoma City because I don't want you guys to win. But I love Kevin Durant.
Dude,
I watched him as a kid. I watched him as a kid win Rookie of the Year. I always have love for KD. So like I was like anywhere but Oklahoma City. I didn't want him to go to the Warriors because like I don't like the super team thing. But I was like just anywhere but Oklahoma City and just like let him win a ring and I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But y'all do got a squad this year.
We got nice.
You got Melo and Paul George. That's nice.
Yeah,
but
now the West is so stacked, bro.
Yeah.
Like who in the East can even like compare?
Cavaliers, that's it. LeBron James, like any team he's on, he's gonna be good. Like it doesn't matter. And they got people around him. Kevin Love, D Wade. When Isaiah Thomas comes back, because he's injured right now.
Yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, Boston was gonna be nice, but then Gordon Hayward shattered his ankle. Oh my God.
That kind of hurt me.
That was gross.
I was so sad.
Did you see Jeremy Lin get hurt too?
No.
That one was super sad because the camera was right on him, right? And it wasn't a gruesome injury, but he hurt his knee or something. And he hits the ground and he's just sitting there and like the camera's right on him and he's in shock. And he's just looking at his knee and it looks like he doesn't know where he is. Oh. And he's looking at his knee and he just starts saying, I'm done. And it hasn't hit him yet. And then like literally like 10 seconds later, he's like, I'm done. He starts crying. And that's when he like kind of curls up. Oh. But it's like, you see him, he's just like, doesn't know what just happened. He just knows he's hurt. But it hasn't, it's that shock, right? Yeah. It was sad. But man, you hate to see injury. Like Gordon Hayward, man. Like,
that was like, come on. First game, first quarter. Like
big new contract. And he's going to lose a bunch of money from it too. Because it's not all guaranteed money. Yeah, it's brutal. But enough about basketball. I can't talk about NBA too much.
Right, yeah, that's fair.
It hurts. But we just had to clear the air with what our beef is about.
Yeah.
And it's all in good fun. I remember when we first met each other and you came to school one day with like a Thunder beanie on and I was like,
oh yeah,
take that off right now.
Dude.
I was super hot.
Was fire too.
I was hot. But yeah, man, cool. So okay, let's go back now. Oklahoma City, growing up, you decided this is what I want to do. Yeah. Go through the process of like, oh, I want to move to LA. I want to go to school. I want to try this. How'd you come up with that decision? What other options were you thinking of? You know, what kind of went into the deciding to come here to? Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Like back when in high school when I was applying, when I was thinking about college, I was a very lazy person. Actually, no, excuse me. I wasn't lazy. I just took on too many projects and too many things that I didn't make the proper decision on my future. So I mean, obviously I'm here now, so I did something right. But when I was looking at schools, I kind of started late. You know, I started applying a lot later than my friends. So it was either like, you know, stay in Oklahoma and go to, you know, a good university there, which I didn't want to do because I want to get the out of Oklahoma. It was either do that or, you know, go to LA, and the only school I got into was AMDA. So it was either go to AMDA or stay in Oklahoma and see the same people for the next 4 years and, you know, do that thing. And I decided that wasn't for me. So I left. Best decision of my life. Got great training from AMDA. But it, you know, the time leading up to going to college and moving away from Oklahoma City was super weird because obviously our school starts in October. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So we have like a whole summer. Yeah, we have essentially like two extra months more than other people. You know what I mean? So while all my friends were, you know, in school, in classes already, I was just kind of like trying to find
Just
ways
kicking
to
it.
trying to find ways to occupy my time, you know.
Playing
And
Grand Theft Auto.
yeah, exactly. Playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on my MacBook. You know?
We used to do that in class. We'd be sitting in film study, like film history class, and like our teacher was like, he didn't care. He was there, like he was a writer, and he was just working on scripts while we're supposed to be watching movies or whatever. So he wasn't even watching us. So we're on our phones, we're doing whatever. And I turn to look at Brent at the desk next to me. He's playing San Andreas on his computer,
popping caps and people, stealing cars and driving off.
Yeah, man.
Goodness.
So cool. You moved out here, and yeah, we were in school together, and then we both took the summer off, and you came and visited me in Seattle.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, and you and Jess Weaver came.
Shout out to Jess, man. Dude, that was so fun. I
Yeah.
want to go back to Seattle.
Yeah, man,
As
we were
soon as
hanging
possible.
out. We went to, we went and saw everything. We shot a little video
Oh.
in my yard, the little improv short film.
What was it? Ultimate hide and
Ultimate
seek?
hide and seek. Yeah,
Yeah.
Come find me.
Yeah. All right. Is there any way you can put like the link to that?
Yeah,
video
for sure.
in the
Yeah. You
description?
can
Okay.
find it. I'll post it so you can watch it. It was a short. We just came up with it. We were bored at my house one day, and we were like, let's go outside, because I got like woods around me and stuff. We're like, let's film something, and we did this idea of like ultimate hide and seek championships, and no script. No shot list.
Completely improv.
No, we just improv'd it all, and it's pretty funny. Like
Awesome.
me and Jess have been talking about it with you. Like, man, we need to film a sequel one day.
Yeah.
And like, I think it'd be super legit.
It
And
would be great. And
yeah,
think
it's
about like the quality of cameras we have,
And just, like, the
nowadays.
experience
And
we
then
have now.
the experience,
Yeah.
and like just the skills we've like obtained,
And we can
throughout.
add more people to it instead of just us three.
Exactly.
Now there's like a bigger field
Yeah,
of people. That'd be
exactly.
funny. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
But that was fun. And that was just like, that's why I was happy that I met people like you and Jess at AMDA, where it was like, we were just chilling at my house, like playing N64 one day.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's just do this. And it's like I was able to surround myself with people who had ambition like I did,
Yeah.
for us to just do that. And that's why it was awesome going to school with you guys, and then we all went to New York together,
Mm-hmm.
which was huge for you, because we all were going for one semester and you decided to stay. Yeah.
That decision to stay was more of a financial decision
Yeah.
over like the desire. Like I wanted to stay in New York because I love the city and I love the training that I was getting, but it was also like the opportunity to just finish, get that actual certificate, get that training, and have it be something that I could really put on my resume. Something.
Right.
So yeah, man, New York was great. What do you think about New York?
Man, I loved it. I miss it. Like, I miss it all the time. And,
Yeah.
it was 7 months is just not enough, not long enough to do it. And I came back and saw you guys for your guys' senior showcase.
Yeah.
I came and visited you guys. And that was awesome to see
Yeah.
you guys, do your senior showcase and stuff. But yeah, man, I love it. I miss it.
Yeah.
But the struggling actor thing in New York is such a different beast than the struggling actor thing in LA.
Because it's
So you experienced that because you went to New York, you graduated, you switched from the 4-year program that we were in to the 2-year, finished that, and then you stayed in New York for what, 2 years?
Year and a
half?
an extra year and some change.
Yeah, so you're out there doing it, trying to make it happen out there. So talk about that. Like what happened? You graduated from AMDA, then what?
Yeah, I graduated from AMDA. The first thing I got after AMDA was a play called The Tempest, William Shakespeare, obviously. And it was an outdoor production in the Hamptons. Crazy enough, which was like an amazing experience because they housed me and they paid for my train tickets, and I didn't have to stay there 24/7 like if I needed to go back to the city, because obviously the Hamptons are like in Long Island, along the east end, that East Coast, part, like past like, what is it, like Montauk, if you're familiar with that area. So did a play out there, and it was great because at the time I was working at Guitar Center in New York, like in Times Square, which was like, oh man, that play. I felt like Guitar Center would be a great place to work at, but not in Times Square.
Why?
Just because there's so many tourists that like go in the store that their chances of them buying something
they're just there to hang out
is like not high at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're just chilling. So, you know, I worked in drums, which I have a background in because my dad is he plays drums and he's a percussionist and he's been doing that his whole life. So I always had instruments around the house, but like there's no way that you can sell a fucking drum set to a tourist who's going back to fucking like Italy or England. You know, they're not gonna buy a drum set when they can just, you know, order it online and get it shipped.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a weird place for a Guitar Center.
Exactly.
Because like if I'm like, I need to go get a new bass. I'm not gonna go to Times Square.
Right, that's busiest crazy. Part of town, and then lug around a big ass. No, you're not gonna do that. So I mean, there's Guitar Center on 14th Street, which is like Union Square, which is like a really cool part of town.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's where like all the musicians go because that has been the Guitar Center of Manhattan. That's like the main one that people go to. So yeah, I was working at Guitar Center, ended up getting laid off because of like no one was making their like goal or like
their monthly
nobody. So I was like the youngest person, so they laid me off along with a couple other people, and then I got a job at Nike, but that's a whole different beast. When I was doing the Tempest, I was basically getting paid and they were buying my train ticket. I was taking the Long Island Railroad, you know, back and forth a couple times a week. And then when performances started, I would just stay out there for that time. And it was cool. It was a great experience. I met some great people, and it's an interesting little town.
Yeah.
The Hamptons.
Yeah.
You know, the beaches are great though.
Yeah, you were there in the summer.
Yeah.
That's nice.
The women are great.
Yeah, when I was there, it was the winter, so it's like I didn't get to go to like a Yankees game or like anything that I wanted to do. I did come back and see you guys in May for your graduation. Yeah. It was like for my birthday. I went out there, but I was only there for like 3 days. It was just like a quick weekend. So again, I didn't get to do much, but yeah, man, I want to go back. I love it.
Yeah, man. And actually, I went back. When was it? Well, the most recent time was March. Did I tell you about this?
No.
All right. Well, I auditioned for Juilliard in January.
Oh, right.
I told you about that. So yeah, I auditioned, and it was like because I was gonna go back to school, get my bachelor's. Obviously, for that school, I would have to start all over, so that's another 4 years. But I went back in January, auditioned, and got a call back for the final callback weekend. So I had to go back in March, and that was like 50 people called out of like thousands.
Yeah.
And I didn't get in.
So they take like 15 people or something.
They take 18 people.
Yeah,
so I mean, it's like, but then again, like some people who got in, it was like their second time auditioning.
Right.
Or their third time, or you know. So there's like for that school, there's like I feel like specific. They're looking for specific people each year, so it's different. Like maybe I just wasn't right for that year. But that was the most recent time I was back in New York City, and I actually saw a few plays on Broadway. What was it? Jitney.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jitney, the August Wilson play. Oh my God, that was a great, so good. Like everybody in that. That's what I want to be doing, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be doing. Ensemble work. Consistently, you know, just like that feeds my soul, you know what I mean? Like I love it. And then that's gonna lead to film. You know, I want to do film as well, but film is a little more there's a lot of waiting. You know?
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with, but I just like I like the collaborative like nature of theater.
Right. Yeah. It's like, you know, you always get like the post-show blues when it's over because like it's a camaraderie.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you almost feel like it's like when it's done, it's like, oh,
like we did that, and it's like and that's what's cool. Like what's cool and what's rough about it is that like not this like tangible thing. It's like that feeling of being in the theater, and then when it's gone, those moments are gone.
Right.
And it's an experience.
Yeah.
Where it's a film, you can watch a film over and over and over again, but it doesn't make you feel that same way as live theater, being a part of that moment.
And like knowing that that's gonna be like, as an audience member, knowing that what you just saw, you won't ever get to see
exactly.
again.
And it's like you can go back the next night and it's a different show.
It's different.
It's a different show every
exactly.
time. Yeah, for sure.
You know? And so that's what's great about our work is there's theater, there's film, there's television.
So much.
And it's all completely different. And that's what I love. That's what I love.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, all right. So you were in New York. You were there for a while. Made the move back to L.A. Let's talk about that a little bit. You were just visiting, and we had been talking for a few months about you possibly thinking about making a move back. You were possibly moving back to Oklahoma, staying in New York, and you kind of didn't know. Yeah. And I was always like, man, come back, just because I think you're great and think you could do well here. And you were coming back to visit. And I was like, well, dude, don't just come to visit and hang out and see us. That's pointless, right? Yeah. Like, that's cool or whatever. But, like, if this is something that you're thinking about, it's a possibility, like, come back and try to make some move somehow. Yeah. And you came back, and I had from my AM to showcase, had some, like, agents and stuff that I had you email. Yep. And then you got in contact with one. It unfortunately didn't work out. You signed,
did work
but then eventually
out,
it didn't work out.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was great. They sent me on some auditions. I signed.
Yeah, so he moved back.
I did.
Yeah.
I moved back. Here's the thing, though. This agency, initially, she said she wanted to sign me for 2 years. Now, I didn't want to do that because 2 years, like, that's a long time to be just like, I don't know what you're gonna do for me. I don't know if this is right.
Well, you can always get out after 90 days of not.
Right. So that's what. But anyway, I told her a year. I said, let's sign for a year, and she was like, okay. Now I think that might have been. I don't know if she liked that.
Yeah, you ruffled the feathers, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, but then again, it's like.
But she could have said no. She could have said no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so she sent me on a couple auditions. Nah, nothing really worked. Obviously, it was just commercially. Which I'm not.
No one likes it.
Yeah.
It can pay the bills.
Some people like it.
Well, I like getting paid. Yeah. Like if I book a commercial, but like I don't like.
Yeah.
It's not the dream.
Yeah. There's no.
But I would rather do that and like not have to have a day job.
True.
So it's there's pros and cons.
Right. So, signed. Got a few auditions, but then it just didn't work out. So,
but yeah, it was crazy when you came to visit and you just stayed.
Yeah.
Like he came to visit. Yeah. And didn't leave. He moved in with me. Yeah. I got him a job where I was working at the stupid escape room.
Actually, well, good money. Paid the bills.
Yeah, but just like the worst experience. Well, it was awesome because the awesome people that I got to meet. So my roommate, who I live with now, Karina, she was there too. So I got to meet her. Our buddy Keith. We all got to work together, and I'm so grateful for that. These people that I wouldn't have got to meet without that job, but like, man, it was brutal. Like, we went through a lot there, and I don't want to talk about it too much. Days. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it because I don't even want to give it the time of day. But that was, but it was just crazy how it was like you're coming to check it out, and like in your visit, you booked an agent, you got a job, and you like just stayed, and it was like, okay, cool.
It's like it was happening.
Yeah, so it's like, and I really respect that for you of like. Something you just go for it, and that's cool. Instead of having to like plan things out and like we just made it work.
And planning is good. But sometimes you just gotta do it.
Door opens, you gotta
exactly
kick it in and go.
And
for
it felt right, and, it still feels right. So that's why I'm still here.
Nice, yeah. So what have you? We just you worked on a project with me. Yep. I wrote a play, which I've talked about before, and Brent was in the cast, and we got to do that, and that was awesome. That's kind of like what we were just talking about, how it's like those, like in theater, it's like that you have that moment. It's kind of like we did 5 performances, and every performance was different. Yeah. It felt different because it was a dark comedy, so some nights it was funnier than others. Like the crowd was laughing more. Right. Then some nights they're not laughing very much, but they're like emotionally invested. Yeah. And what I really liked is it's a show about best friends, and I got to have like my best friends in it. Yep. And it was kind of a show like against all odds. I produced it myself. We didn't have a director. We kind of just did it ourselves.
Yeah, and that's is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like having a director would have been great, but
Yeah,
like
it
it didn't stop us.
It didn't stop us. Yeah, we didn't have rehearsal space. Nothing. We met in a rehearsal space one time. All the other time we were just in my house or at Emily's house, just doing it and like making it work. And then we went on stage and just let the instincts go on. We know each other so well, we could just make it work. And I actually have the footage of one night we did film it. I haven't released it just because you know, plans that have fallen through. But maybe doing it again. I don't want to release it yet. But maybe I'll release it one day. But then that's the same thing too. It's like it's a live performance. It doesn't play well on camera.
Yeah,
because that's not what it's about. It's about you being in that room. You feel me. Our characters were, you know, the closest characters in the play, and then we butt heads a lot, and it's like really emotional, and you can just feel like the air gets sucked out of the room at different parts, and it's like you can't experience that on film.
Yeah, especially now when the camera is just like in one place.
Exactly. You know? Yeah, it's like, not professionally shot or anything.
Thank you to Darren.
Yeah,
you know,
thanks.
Thank
Shout
you,
out
because he's
Darren.
the dopest.
Yeah,
But,
Tilted Screens Media. Check him out.
Yeah.
He shot my music video too. We should talk about that. Brent was he's my hype man
Hey.
in my music video. That was fun. Yeah, man. It's just like all this stuff, man. It's like I had the best time living together. You know, we lived together and we got to work together on different stuff. And you were there through the music video and stuff like that, which is awesome. I'll get to look back on that forever, bro.
Yep.
Like I'll be 60 years old.
That's a dope video.
I'll be able to look at 60 years old and be like, man, look at this video. I'm with my homies, and it's just like this is fun stuff we're doing, man. Which is awesome. And they say like, you know, be careful working with your best friends and stuff, you know, because it's like you can bump heads, and I understand that, but I have a lot of friends I don't want to work with too on that. But it's like I know I can trust you, I can trust Xavier, Emily. There's people that we worked with, and then for the music video and stuff with Darren and everything, like. I feel so lucky all the time to be surrounded by so many talented people that we came up through together. Like you see, like there's not a lot of that going on in Hollywood anymore. There's like the Adam Sandler group and like David Spade and those guys who went to like NYU together and they're in each other's films all the time and stuff like that, which is awesome. And I think about that for our crew. Yeah. And like our friends, I'm like, we're all gonna be popping one day.
Yeah, because you got the Seth Rogen, the Franco, and like that's another little and that's collective.
And like I feel like that's gonna be us one day, like Xavier, me, you, Jess. Like all these people, like there's so much more. Like I could name a million people. So if I didn't name you, like still shout out. But just like all the people we came up with, we went to school with, and like man, we were lucky. That's why I'm like, man, I think like, what if I would have went to school at a high school instead of like being 3 years later? I'd be with a whole different group. Yeah. And I'm so glad I'm with this group that I'm with. And like, that's how we met. And like, cause man, it's crucial.
Very, dude. Very.
So it's awesome. So yeah, this summer getting to do that play with you guys was awesome. You killed it.
Likewise, dude.
Man, it was fun. And hopefully we can revive it soon. You know, I'm working on it, or do a film or something with it, because that's a
film would, dude. I guarantee you, if we all got in a room together, we'd be able to do it. Like I'm pretty sure I got the dialogue.
That's what I'm saying, and it wouldn't take us long to figure it back out.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
Sure.
Like,
yeah, man, I'm still trying to bring it to Seattle, even if it's just one night, because like I want to be able to perform at home, and that's a story that like all my family and people I know back home who aren't super into theater and stuff like that can go out to the theater that night and still enjoy themselves. It's that kind of show where you don't have to be like a theater head, you know, to do. And I think that's so misconception about theater. It's like you don't need to be a theater head to enjoy theater. Like like you don't need to. Maybe you're not going to go see Macbeth and like love it because it's like that can go over your head. But like, you know, seeing Jitney, like that's something that people can relate to. You know. Yeah, man. So just talk about, you know, you moved back to LA. You started doing stuff. We did that. What have you been up to lately?
Well, lately I've been a part of a theater company in North Hollywood. It's called the Archway Theater, and I'm a company member. So it basically means we have a season of shows, and I'm able to kind of select roles that I'm interested in. And as long as there are no company members that are interested in that role as well, I basically get to claim the role. So my first show that I ever did with them was a play called Ghost Sonata by August Strindberg. It's a classical play, obviously, a Swedish playwright written in the early 1900s. And that was the first play I ever did. And that was actually before I was a company member. So that was the play that kind of helped me become a member. So after that run, they came to me and they were like, hey, Brent, we'd like to, invite you to join the company. It's great because I don't have to pay dues or anything like that. It's not like one of those theater companies where you gotta pay money to do their shows. Like, that's a scam. Don't do that. Well, maybe it's not a scam, but I would never do that. I would never pay to be in a theater.
No,
I want to get paid.
Right, you know what I'm saying? The only reason I pay is I produce my own show.
Exactly.
Like, that's one thing. But
exactly,
I'm not going to pay you to put me in your show.
Right, exactly. So, I joined the company. Then I did a play called Three Sisters by Anton Chekhov, where I played a very... if you're familiar with the play, it's about three sisters who basically in the early 1900s are just kind of not content with life, and their biggest desire is to move back to Moscow, where they were born and raised, which is like Moscow at that time was like
popping.
Yeah.
Like you can go have some fun.
Exactly.
They're bored.
So it was more of like a artsy type place, to where there was
culture.
Basically I guess that's the word. Culture people. And this rural town that they live in right now is just like full of soldiers who just sit around waiting for shit to happen. And I played one of those soldiers that's just sitting around waiting for shit to happen. And so that was a great play, great turnout. And now I'm doing a contemporary play, which is actually a staged adaptation of George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, which is basically the 1968 film that started like the zombie culture. Like it was the originator of the zombie culture, the zombie movies and films and all that. So I played the lead character in that right now, and it's a blast. It's such a workout and so physically demanding that I leave the theater each night just like exhausted. So if you're in the area, if you're in California, definitely check that out. It's at the Archway Theater. It runs until November 18th, Fridays and Saturdays at 8 and Sundays at 2 p.m. So that's great, and that's what I've been working on.
You can find a link to the tickets and stuff in the description of this, so you can go check that out. Right on, and the show's been going well and everything?
Show has been going really well. I'm the only company member in this show, so we basically held auditions for the rest of the cast, and I'm so pleased. It's a great cast, so don't come see it because of me. See it for the ensemble and for the piece itself because it's really great. And
that's really awesome. Like when you told me about it, and I was like, I didn't know that was a show. Yeah, and it's just you guys
it's like my director Ron Miltz, he basically took the screenplay and adapted it, just made it a staged adaptation. And there are added characters, there's a few added scenarios from the original film, but it's a great show. And it's not so much about zombies, it's not like just a zombie play. It's more about like the struggle for survival and just in the most dire of circumstances, just like needing someone. Like no one wants to be alone, Right. That's like no one wants to be alone. And when my character finds out that there's this other woman who, who knows, they might be the only two humans ever, right. So like his goal now is to protect her, or to, keep her out of harm's way. And so that's what the play is about. It's about, human survival. And
right on.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Definitely check that out. I'm going to see it for sure.
You should.
Cool.
I'm
going.
No, get your ass in the seat.
All right. Yeah, where's the hookup?
Actually, this weekend, I think There are $20 tickets because
Okay.
tickets are like $28, which is like it's kind of expensive, but it's honestly it's worth it because there's a lot of like the special effects.
Yeah. It seems like a really like intricate show.
Like when I tell you that it goes down, it's legit. There's stage combat. There's, a lot of emotionally like charged scenes. So it's great.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, let's look ahead, man. Let's look ahead.
Look ahead.
Do you have anything on the docket, like in the immediate future? Like, say when the show's over, it's just like whatever the theater company's doing next. But like, what do you have anything planned?
Nothing planned as of now.
Okay.
I've lately actually, because like I said, I'm attracted to the arts in all forms. So I've been doing a lot of photography lately, shooting on film, specifically 35 millimeter. I recently just got a medium format camera, which is like much different than 35 millimeter. It actually takes 120 millimeter film, and that's more of like a square format, and it's the quality of the photos of that film is like much better than 35 millimeter. So I just got my first medium format camera, which is pretty dope. And I've been working on photography,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been seeing your shots on like Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
Where can we check that out?
Yeah, Instagram. My name is Brent Blanc. So it's at Brent, BRENT, BLANC. Brent Blanc.
And again, that's in the description, so you guys can go
Yeah.
right to it. But yeah, man,
Check
that's
me
awesome.
out.
Those shots been looking dope.
Yeah.
We got to go out for a shoot. I need new.
Yeah,
So I got a
dude.
lot of new projects and stuff that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And I want new assets. Like it's the same. This is episode 10 of the podcast. It's looked the same for 10 weeks, right? Where it's like the same logo and stuff. And that's
Yeah.
cool. It's like, but maybe I'm thinking beginning of 2018. I want new assets. I want
Okay.
new stuff that I can use to like
Yeah.
create new stuff. So
See,
we'll have to go for a shoot.
Yeah, man, I'm down because, I like shooting all types of stuff. Like, I love street photography. I love portrait type stuff.
Yeah.
And I just love, just capturing moments and events and all that stuff. So, yeah, let's shoot.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
let's
For sure. What about like the distant future? What's your goals? What are you working towards? Where you want to be?
Oh, man, I want to be a lot of things.
I know it's tough because I get inspired by different things every day. Like I'm
Yeah.
just starting. I haven't talked about this yet, but I'm starting to do new music
Yeah.
for the first time since and I'm doing new stuff. So it's not comedy driven. It's like
Yeah.
some like real stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just starting to dip my toes in that.
Yeah.
Again, and it's like it just kind of hit me. That's how it works usually with us. So but if you had to say like 5 years, where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing?
5 years, man. 5 years, hopefully, man. I'm like doing a lot of film, like doing like television and movies and man, that's been the goal since high school. Like I said, I've been performing like my whole life. My mom, for some strange reason, put me in a performing arts camp. And at that time, I was just being a clown, just being a goofball, age 6, running around, dude, just like having fun.
No inhibition. You're just like you don't care what people think of you. You don't care about any of
exactly.
that stuff, which is tough to do as an actor, as an adult, because we're conditioned as humans to cover up.
Right.
But us as artists, we do everything we can to open up. And which is tough.
Yeah.
And it's freeing when you get there. When you really are truly vulnerable and you let people see that and not afraid of the backlash of it. It's cool. And as a kid, you just do whatever. You don't care.
Right. And that I feel like that's, dude, that vulnerability has been like slowly making me a better actor and performer, because in this play I'm doing right now, it's like I'm vulnerable in every second I'm on stage. Every single moment, because
physically and emotionally.
Physically and emotionally. Like I don't want to spoil it too much, but like I'm on stage damn near the whole play, so it's like every moment is like just what's gonna happen next. That's essentially so. Yeah, man. Like I think 5 years from now, man, I just doing a lot of film. And I don't mean necessarily like just as an actor. I want to be writing. You know, I love to direct. I want to learn how to edit as well. Editing is a great tool, because I feel like when you learn how to edit, that makes you a better film actor, because
you know how it works.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of people don't understand. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but the people who don't necessarily have training and they just, you know, are in the entertainment business just to, like, you know, make money and be famous and be on TV. They don't understand that, like, the editing process is so much easier for the editor when the actor knows what they're doing, you know? Yeah. So it's like if you're moving around too much in the shot, and in
the wide, and
then
the close up,
and then the close up, then it's like, we can't use this.
Which is tough. Like so, Brother Husbands is the season finale came out today, and so it's cool to be able to show that.
Shouts out to Marty and Xavier.
Man, that's been fun. The response we've been getting is awesome. I really appreciate everyone watching. But that's a multicam show. The mockumentary, it's a multicam show. But we had zero budget, so we have one camera. So we're doing multiple takes from different angles, making it seem like there's 4 cameras on us. Yeah. So when I'm looking one way, talking to a character, I'm the one that shoots the looks to the cameras in the documentary. That's my character. And I shoot a look to another camera. That's just a different take. Right. And we had to edit it to make it fit and make it so it's like there's a lot of. That was tough. It was a nightmare to edit for our editors for that same reason. Because if we had 4 cameras on us, we could do whatever we want. Right. Because you're just shooting different takes and stuff. But yeah, it's like continuity. That's when you watch a film and you're like, oh, that's cool. They make it look easy. The actors, like, you're just watching a film. You don't know what all goes into it. And yeah, it's a process.
It is.
And it's hard to watch. Like, once you're trained, it's like hard to watch a film as a fan. You're like, oh, that's a nice shot. Oh, look at that pole. That was nice. You know, it's like, and they're just watching it, and you're like, oh, look at that. Look at that pole focus. That was nice.
We think and process things so much differently.
And it's like tough. So that's when I know I really like a movie, when I'm not thinking stuff like that. When I'm so invested, I'm not like thinking of, oh, nice pole focus, or I like that cowboy shot. Like, you know. Right on, man. Well, we're going to get on out of here, but before we do, the last question I ask all my guests on the podcast. There might be people out there listening right now who have a dream, whether it be acting, whether it be singing, whether it be they want to be a veterinarian, a lawyer, or a dentist. It makes no difference. For me, if you have a dream, you go for it, and you make it happen. A friend of mine said this to me recently, and it stuck with me. And he said, you know, life's a better place when we're all going for our dreams, and I truly believe it. So to anyone out there who's listening right now, whether you're 14 years old, whether you're 30 years old, and you have a dream to do something and you're thinking, nah, not me, I can't do that. Nah, that'd be great, but not me. What do you say to that person? What do you say to that dreamer?
Get out of your head. Like, really, like, you know, that's what people told me. Get out of your head. Like, stop thinking about it too much. Just do it. Because, you know, like, you can think and process as much as you want, but if you want to do something, just do it. And you're not going to be amazing at it, like, immediately. Like, that's how life goes. Life, you got to work at things, and you got to put in the time and the effort. Like, and, you know, people say 10 years. People say 10 years of, like, doing whatever it is.
Or 10,000 hours.
Or 10,000 hours,
Malcolm Gladwell,
Just do it, you know? And I think nowadays, we, as humans, we want the instant gratification. And a lot of that has to do with, like, Instagram and, like, social media,
the
like
new technology, and you have everything in the snap of a finger.
Right, and, like, people just want it now, like, now, but it's not gonna happen that way. So my advice to people who whatever you're pursuing, whatever you want to do, like, if you feel it and you love it, do it. Because that, like, anybody who has ever been successful in anything, at one point in their life, they were trying to decide what it is they were going to do.
They're right there.
You know, everybody experiences it. So I would say just work. Just work. You know, that's my favorite word. That's
Work.
like work. Like,
Work, baby.
Yeah, like that's the word. Like,
We're about to get this work.
Exactly. Just work, man. And that's what I try to do. You know, and there are days when I'm not having the best days. I'm disappointed or not where I want to be, or I'm not at the level I want to be at, or I want it now. You know, it's not gonna come right now. You know, it'll come when I'm ready, when I'm 100% ready. You know, or when the world says I'm ready, or when I say I'm ready, or it's just gonna happen. You know, so yeah,
right on.
Do as many. Actually, this is even better. This is what I would say. Do as much as you can within your capabilities and within what you want to do. Yeah. Because for me, like, I don't just like acting. I like photography. I like skateboarding. I like fashion. Like, if I really want to be successful, I should pursue all those things. Right. Not just one. Because nobody wants just you don't want to just be good at one thing, right? Because then
you never know when things are going to change. Exactly. Right. Like, you might wake up, might wake up tomorrow and want to be a dentist. Exactly. And just be like, you know what? I like my teeth. I want to help other people get nice teeth. And you might then do that.
Do it.
Do that for sure. That's whatever great advice, bro.
And then who knows? I may be a dentist in 10 years, or in 5 years, or 2 years, and then in another 20 years. I'm like, they wanna put me in a movie as a dentist, and I'm like, oh, now I'm like playing a dentist in a movie. Now I don't have to be a dentist anymore. I can be a film, So anything can happen,
Yeah. All right, man. That's great advice. Thanks for kicking it with me, man.
Yeah, dude.
Good to have you on the podcast.
How long has it been?
This is a good, almost an hour interview. This was good.
Let's go for another hour.
Go for another hour. No, we can't do that.
We got a lot to talk about, bro.
We do. That's why we'll have you back on.
All right, man.
We'll have you back
episode
on.
Episode 20?
Yeah. Episode, right. Yeah, every 10 episodes.
All right,
but yeah, I definitely want to have you back on once, for more good news, more stuff that you're in. But go see Night of the Living Dead if you're in the LA area. Mm-hmm. Link in the description for tickets. That's in North Hollywood, right?
Yes, sir.
North Hollywood. So go check it out. Make sure you follow my boy Brent. Yeah. Instagram @BrentBlanc in the description. Check him out. He's got photography. He's got lifestyle stuff going on there.
Hey, and also hit me up if you want to shoot. Yeah. I'm down to shoot subjects.
Hit him in people. It goes down in the DMs, bro.
Yeah.
Hit him up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Well, we're gonna get on out of here. Thanks for coming by. And
thanks, bro. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Stay tuned for the rest of the podcast.
Oh, you didn't know?
What up?
What up? What's going on?
We're having some technical difficulties over here.
Yeah.
We got to record Rogue Gorilla style.
It's the Halloween hex.
Yeah, we're getting spooked already. This is bad news. But we must go forward. And you're over there popping on your phones like.
I'm not doing anything.
And you're like, I'm checking my messages. I'm like, no, you're playing Candy Crush. Don't lie to me.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, there's a story that must be told. I've been waiting for weeks since you brought it up. That you used to live with a Wiccan.
Yeah, well, you've really built this up in your mind a lot.
Well, it's just I don't know what I didn't like a Wiccan. Wiccan's not even a word I like normally think of, and I was like, Wiccan. What's a Wiccan? Then like you like I was like, oh yeah, Wiccan. It's like, so I got to hear what this is like. What did you live in a house? Was it straight up like Sabrina the Teenage Witch? What was it like?
No, they are. It's kind of a religion, you might say. They consider themselves witches, but they worship the earth, Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And
Gaia.
And it was quite a surprise when she revealed that to me. It wasn't something that I met her and went, "Hi, I'm a Wiccan." You don't do that.
So you didn't know she was a Wiccan and you moved in and then you stuck around?
Well, I was living in California.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting ready to move home. My sister was getting married, and I was going to come back up and probably stay. And so I left my apartment and I stayed with she and her live-in boyfriend, who I kind of thought was her husband, but whatever. And I went and stayed with them for probably a month before I came back. I mean, this has been many years, so.
Right.
But, so I got to know her very, very well. She and her husband, I guess I'll call him. And she had a little boy. It wasn't his. And so anyway, so I stayed with them.
Was he a wizard? The little boy, was he?
Told me what she was.
No, but the little boy, was he a wizard?
No. No, actually the little boy was supposed to grow up and become a llama. Not a llama like the animal llama.
Like a monk.
But a Dolly monk, yeah. And he wasn't just going to be any monk. He was going to be the Dolly Lama.
Wow.
I mean, he was going to be the most important one you could be.
So you might be you might be blessed right now and not even know it. Blessed by the you, like, because you lived with this little boy and he grows up and he's like, I'm going to bless that woman.
He's a brat.
Yeah.
I thought if he grows up to be a llama, he's going to be whatever, you know.
Right.
But, you know, I was 20 years old.
Wow.
You know, what do I know?
Right.
And so anyway, we had a very good time. She was an excellent cook and very good to me, very nice. They were very good to me.
What kind of food does a Wiccan make?
Well, she was from the South, so she cooked Southern. She didn't cook Wiccan.
So she's a Wiccan, just whipping up grits and stuff?
She was from the South. It's not like, I mean, I don't know what you're picturing. She did have a robe.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. A
you know,
robe.
and that kind of thing. But I didn't really see all that until, I moved home. And I was home for, I don't know, a few months. And she called me, and I had kind of moved into this little house that I was in. And she called me, and her husband was going on some secret mission somewhere. And he wanted her to come stay with me.
While he went on his FBI CIA mission.
He went on his secret.
Jeez.
CIA, FBI, whatever the heck he was. I don't. Anyway, so she came up and we were roommates up here in Washington for, I don't know, probably a year. Like I said, that was a lot of years ago.
Right.
And we were roommates, and she did tell me a little bit about, how they kind of worshipped the earth, and sometimes she would do her little spells and stuff like that. And I had a bedroom downstairs, and there was this was a really, really old house. And her room was upstairs, she and her boy. And so she had all her stuff up there, and I never really went up there. But then she finally moved back south.
Uh-huh.
And I happened to go upstairs, and then there was stuff that was still there.
She left some stuff behind.
Now that was creepy.
What did she leave behind?
We left on less than really good terms. Not that, it was kind of sad.
Yeah.
But it did make me worry a little bit that she might go from white witch to black witch.
Uh-oh.
You never know.
Right.
And but she never pushed anything on me or tried to, get me to.
She didn't try to convert you to
no.
being a witch?
But she did tell me though about their covens. They had covens, and now you put a bunch of women together in a big coven. Don't tell me there ain't evil going on somewhere at some point.
Yeah.
And they're, and they would gang up on each other. And some of the stories she told me, I was just like, really? Okay. So it just goes to show you that just because you're something doesn't make you clean and pure and wonderful.
Right. But what did she leave behind?
Well, she left behind a robe, kind of a robe that one would wear.
Right, like a witch's robe.
having some kind of ceremony.
Okay.
I guess it would be.
Ceremonial
and the
rope.
other thing I just remember is there was this egg.
Yeah, the egg. What the heck is that about?
And it's like big. It wasn't like an egg like you get out of the refrigerator.
Okay.
But it was shaped like an egg. But it was, fairly large. I mean, it was, and you know what? To this day, I don't know. It probably had something to do with fertility. What do you think? I don't know. But, my experience with her wasn't like I experienced a bunch of Wiccan ceremonies and stuff like that, because there was no coven she belonged to that I know of while we were, roommates.
And she didn't have a talking cat or anything?
No talking cat.
Well, that's a bummer.
She just had a little brat. And, but I have to tell you, though, this girl could cook.
That's so
And
funny.
I had a boy that I was really, really super interested in, and I invited him to dinner, and she cooked the meal, but then she left or went up in her room, or I don't know what she did, and then I put everything out like I had made it.
Right.
And he loved it, of course. But, thank God that relationship never went to a place where I had to actually cook him a meal.
Did she cook with witchcraft?
What?
Did she cook with witchcraft?
No. Why are you being such a turnball?
I just picture.
It wasn't like Bewitched.
I
wish.
I picture her with a black robe and a pointy black hat with a crooked nose with a big mole on it.
Right, and that's not at all what it was like.
Well, that's a bummer. I wish it was like that.
Like I said, it was many, 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 many years ago.
Yeah.
And I was just glad that she didn't leave a hex on me that I know of.
Right.
When she left.
Who knows?
Because,
maybe she like cleared your memory, and there's like stuff that went down, and she like.
Yeah, that could be.
Did spells on you, and like had you like she brought her friends over, and she was like making you dance like a marionette, and you just don't remember.
Funny. I was her only friend here. She was from the South.
Yeah.
And she lived in California when I met her.
That's a weird journey for a Wiccan to make. From the South to
and I can't remember.
California.
I probably do know how she ended up in California, but I don't remember.
It's because she put those spells on you.
It's kind of hard to tell you the story because I just don't remember most of it. Maybe, she erased my memory.
Yeah, I think so.
What can I say?
Well, all right.
Yeah, boring.
I got the story.
Happy Halloween.
In my head, it's there's a cauldron cooking. There's,
Well, what I got to tell you is how hard it was for us to even have this conversation tonight. I don't know, because you and I couldn't even make a connection.
I know she's trying to stop us from having this conversation. She doesn't want you to remember that she hexed you and cleared your memory. That's what happened.
Yeah, I might remember something.
Right.
Well, you have a wonderful week, dear.
Yes, I will.
And I will be talking to you again, and have a great Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Love ya. Bye-bye now.
Love you too. Bye. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this episode of Oh, You Didn't Know with Tony Reavis. That's 10 episodes in the books. That's crazy. That's so awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for going to youtube.com/iamTonyReavis and hitting that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching my videos, liking and giving thumbs up. Thank you guys for listening on iTunes and SoundCloud. Thank you for watching Brother Husbands. Thank you for the support and love. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Just thank you for everything. If you're here and you're listening, I appreciate you. And I'm having a blast doing this. It's 10 weeks in. I can't believe it. I can't wait for the next 10 weeks and then the 10 weeks after that. More guests, more awesome stories. I'm having a lot of fun doing these interviews with my friends and learning about people. Even people that I know close, like Brent. I learned a lot just talking to him today. Again, thanks to my mom for coming on the podcast. She doesn't have to do that. And it's awesome that she does that with me. It's something that I have a lot of fun with. I love talking to her, like I say every week, but like I really do. It's really awesome. And I think she's amazing and she's hilarious, and I get to share her with the world, and it's awesome, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, Mom. I love you so much. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you tune in next week. Subscribe on the YouTube, subscribe on iTunes or SoundCloud so you can stay tuned to what we got going on with more podcasts. I'm gonna have an awesome guest next week. I was gonna have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on for real this time. That's a joke that I say every week. He's actually going to LA Comic-Con on the 28th. I'm going to LA Comic-Con on the 29th. So it didn't work out. So we're not gonna be able to do our podcast this week. But Dwayne, come on, man. Come through. My people want it. They want you on the Oh You Didn't Know podcast. They want it. Let's make it happen. But anyways, that's it for me. Love you guys. Stay cool. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and we'll see you next time. And remember, if you don't know, now you know. I am Tony Reavis. I'm out.